Okay, next in the series of decapitation exercises, I want to show you one for the low back. Again, to give credit where credit is due, these exercises were all devised or created by an osteopath in Canada by the name of Guy Boyer. And today we're going to do one that is very effective, very convoluted, so bear with me. And again, it's going to work on trying to open up like that L5, S1 segment. But you need to understand this. The way this works, it is so convoluted. It's almost like yoga, where you kind of got to earn your way there. So it may not exactly get that spot right away, but ultimately it will all work together to hopefully help that area. Okay. So the way you need to do it, you can do it on the floor, but you just need a wall where you can put your legs up. Okay. So step one is to get your butt as close to the wall as possible. So you get in this position and you kind of squirm your way down. So once my butt is touching, you may not be able to get the full effect of the stretch, because then you may have to do a couple preliminary steps first. So step one is going to be, can you get your legs straight on the wall? Okay, if you can't, then you need to start here. So get as close to the wall as possible. Have your legs maybe shoulder width apart, or hip width apart, I should say. And then all you're going to do is try to tighten your quads and get them against the wall. Can you do that? If you can do that, great. Then you can proceed. If you can't, then you might want to just work here. Once you do that, can you bring your feet in? Meaning bring your toes down towards your shins, because what that's doing is putting more of a stretch on the posterior chain. Assuming you can do that, let's continue. So now, two important components to this exercise. One, you're going to need to contract your core to offer a posterior tilt to flatten the spine, and you're going to have to be in a chin tuck position. So all these components are ultimately going to be part of the final action you're going to be doing. There is work with the upper extremities, okay? So we're going to relax this for a second. Let me show you what you have to do with your arms. Your arms are going to be up above your head. Just take my shirt a little bit. You want to get your arms as close to your ears as possible. When you're actually doing the action, the motion of the arms is almost like you're trying to push the arm out of your socket as a rocket. Obviously, you're not doing that, but that's kind of the idea. You're kind of doing this motion. The hands are going to be open like you're holding a platter above your head. You want to kind of have this part of your hand the furthest part away from your body, so your wrist is in full extension with fingers as extended as possible. So that's ultimately what that's going to be like. So the way you bring this all together is, again, make sure my butt's against here. I'm going to have my legs straight, tightening my quads, bringing my feet towards my ankles, so I'm basically dorsiflexing at my ankles. I'm core contracting. And the other very important component is a chin tuck. Really important. That chin tuck has to be there. So I have the chin tuck, core activate, knees straight, feet up, arms above the head. And I'm going to, again, hold the platter, arms coming out through my sockets, which is not really happening, but just the imaginary. And I have my fingers as extended as possible. If you're looking at this hand, I have a little problem with this wrist, so maybe I'm not fully extended, but it's the best I can do. So I'm here, core activate, chin tuck, tighten the quads, and then I just bring my toes in. I internally rotate. That kind of gives you the final shebang, so to speak. And then you just maintain all of these components and breathe. And out. And after each breath out, reassess your components and try to maintain them. And you're going to do it for maybe 5 to 10 breaths in and out, and then relax. And that's the whole exercise. So again, if we want to break it up and real quick into the pieces again, butt against the wall, legs straight, tighten the quads, dorsiflex both ankles, activate the core, chin tuck, arms above the head, as close to your ears as possible, holding the platter, really strong on your wrist extension and finger extension, core activate again just to make sure I'm there, chin tuck, arms away from the body, turn my legs in, chin tuck, and breathe. And reassess everything. Hold for 5 to 10 breaths. And again, that's working to try to open up the L5, S1, that whole lower lumbar sacrum area. Okay? I suggest you get into a routine of doing this every day. Thank you.